There's a saying that politics is in everything, but does that even boil down to your morning cup of coffee? A veteran-owned and operated coffee company in Salt Lake City is calling itself the premier brand for conservative coffee drinkers. Michelle Miller is here to tell us how the controversial owners are giving back to their community, one batch at a time. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning. Well, the founder of Black Rifle Coffee started out in his basement with just $1,800. He says fueling freedom-loving Americans helped the company sell more than 1 million pounds of coffee last year, thanks in part to irreverent marketing designed to turn heads.
This should be, it's a lighter roast, and you should actually taste a little bit of almost a lemon at the top. And then
that's what I taste.
Evan Hafer isn't your typical coffee connoisseur. He's been roasting his own special blends for over a decade in the most unusual places.
I was deploying back and forth from places like Iraq and Afghanistan at the time. I couldn't find a good cup of coffee. Most of the time you're restricted to just what's called chow hall or dining facility coffee, which is
terrible coffee.
Horrible.
Terrible.
It is horrible. So as a guy that truly loves coffee, I was just looking to find a great solution to what I felt was kind of a problem.
That solution? Black Rifle Coffee. Matt Best helped him create the company.
Cool. He came to the idea with my other business partners saying, hey, do you guys want to do a coffee? We're like, I don't really know coffee, but it sounds like a great idea.
A former Army Ranger, Best had already proved himself with the military clothing line Article 15.
We have no competitors.
That's a pretty big statement.
Name me another CEO that's carried a saw through an alley at 3 o'clock in the morning in Baghdad, Iraq. There isn't one.
To them, selling a great cup of joe meant selling people on the culture of the company itself.
It's like family, community, constitutional rights, and civil liberties. And community for us is the veteran community and everybody that does really the grind that makes America what it is and sacrifice their own personal life for the benefit of their communities.
People ask us why we have so many guns. I just tell them, how about over 200 years of freedom?
These videos have been their primary marketing tool. Controversial, unconventional,
Fresh roasted freedom.
and tongue-in-cheek.
We have a coffee club, which means you spend less time ordering and more time doing what you love. No look!
Essentially, we're taking a satirical approach to our values, right? I'm a pro-gun guy, but very pro-gun, but obviously it's way over the top in the videos.
But it was two other moves that put Black Rifle on the map last year. A plug tweeted out by Donald Trump Jr. after coffee maker Keurig pulled ads from Sean Hannity's Fox News show during the Alabama Senate race.
You'll take it?
Well, absolutely we'll take it. And this is the problem, I think, that people divide too much on the left and right. So if someone on, the political spectrum that you necessarily don't agree with wants to support a cause that I'm devoting my whole entire life to, you're absolutely right. I'm going to be very happy that he's spreading the message.
And after former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz promised to hire 10,000 refugees on the heels of the president's travel ban, Black Rifle pledged to hire 10,000 veterans.
How do you go from 100 plus to 10,000?
We're the fastest growing coffee company in America. Franchise opportunity is where it's going to happen.
Would you call yourselves political?
Just because of who we are, we're somewhat political. There's a war on freedom right now, which is this politically correct culture where, you're so worried about stepping on an offensive mine, even in your own office. You can't take the men and women that have been doing the most unpolitically correct act in the history of mankind and then swing them in the matter of weeks back into a corporate infrastructure and allow them to fit in perfectly.
And if they don't fit in, you call them a failure, and then where does that leave them?
Homeless, jobless,
depressed.
Suicidal.
Yes.
And we see the statistics start coming in.
So we have over a 50% veteran hiring rate. We have no less than probably 5 conversations a week about PTSD. Every day we have great conversations about how we can be a more proactive and responsible steward of our subculture.
Those conversations, they say, started with the very founding of the nation itself. Odes to service hang everywhere in the company's Salt Lake City headquarters, dating back to the rebels behind the Boston Tea Party.
Post 1773, it was seen as unpatriotic to drink tea in America.
Wow.
So we shifted to coffee because of the American Revolution.
Honoring those patriots, Hafer says, means honoring immigrants like Mohammed Wali Taslim. The Afghan commando served alongside some Black Rifle employees on their tours.
We were fighting Taliban, ISIS, and Al-Qaeda for 13 years. We support each other.
Its team of 102 employees include 47 veterans and 30 women, several of whom are senior-level executives. Hafer says, don't let the black hats fool you. They're waging guerrilla warfare on the coffee establishment.
Typical coffee culture is funny. It's a funny mix of pseudo-intellectualism and conformity in a way that's like very weird for us. If you go into like any of the big name coffee companies, you know, they look like they should be chopping wood, but they don't have the calluses to prove it. And that's kind of the difference, which is we'll make a great cup of coffee and we can also beat you up. That's the difference.
Don't worry, they were just kidding about that last part. Besides, you know, I could take them, right?
Yes, you could.
I could take them.
I see you, Michelle.
But they're really serious about this mission. They want to employ veterans. Black Rifle has 2 stores they plan to operate or open 100 more in the next 5 years. And also, they hope to double the number of their employees by next year.
But most importantly, quickly, is the coffee good?
Oh, it's really good.
I don't know.
And you know, I'm a coffee connoisseur.
I worry about semi-automatic weapons and lots of caffeine. That's what I worry about.
It's a strange mix. Michelle Miller, thanks.
It is.